Hello, in this video I'll be going over how to chop samples in Logic Pro, so without further ado, let's get started. To begin, open a new project and select Audio. You're going to need a sample to chop, so you'll have to do some searching online or in your personal library. YouTube has an infinite number of options, so I recommend starting there. Once you find a usable sample, drag it into your session. Most likely, the BPM of your sample won't match the BPM of your project. If you don't already know the tempo, there are a couple ways you can find it. One is to go into your audio effects, scroll down to metering, and select BPM counter. This will work if there's a clear rhythmic beat to detect, but in some cases, you might have to find the BPM manually. To do this, look up Tempo Tapper at musictheory.net and tap along with your sample. Now you're ready to change the BPM in your project. Go up and select the Editor tool, click File, go to Functions, and select Time and Pitch Machine. You'll want to stick with Complex or Universal for the algorithm. Under Original, type in the BPM you discovered earlier and then plug in your desired tempo under Destination. After you've done this, click Process and Paste, and once it's ready, you can preview your new tempo. Close out of Time and Pitch Machine, and then close out of Editor. Remember to change the tempo of your project so all of your tracks line up. Next, you're going to need to chop your sample. To begin, click on it, then go up and show Flex in the track by selecting the icon. Select Rhythmic in the drop-down. Now you'll see lines at each transient and can begin placing markers where you want to slice your sample. I found that in cases where you have clusters of lines at a transient, you'll want to place your marker at the first line so you get the full effect of the sound. Even though the volume may peak at a different line, it might sound too clipped or abrupt if that's where you slice it. Once you've made your selections, right-click at the top of the sample, select Slice and Flex markers, and then get rid of any excess regions. Now it's time to assign your selected regions into a new sampler track. To do this, disable Flex at the top, highlight all of the regions, right-click, go down to Convert and select Convert to New Sampler Track. You might want to adjust the trigger note range so you know exactly where your chops will appear in the piano roll. Click OK, and then you can hide the raw audio. Next, go into the piano roll by double-clicking the MIDI region. All of the regions that were chopped are now assigned to notes on the piano roll in the range that was previously selected in the trigger note range. Rearrange these as desired to use in your project. To help smooth out your chops, set the envelope by selecting Sampler. You'll want to increase the sustain and release all the way, and then slightly bring up the attack. That should wrap it up for this tutorial on how to chop samples. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below.